So we stay with sports and a rather underwhelming weekend of sporting action. It must be said it ended all square in the first test between the Proteas and New Zealand. While over in Canada, the Blitzbokke just missed out on the Vancouver Sevens title. Juan Karstel now joins us this morning as we take a look at some of the standout results in the sports from the weekend. Bit of a frustrating one. We have to start in Vancouver after looking amazing, after being tested by England, obviously with a draw in the knockouts. Sadly, the Blitzboks not able to convert, and it would have been an unbelievable season record. But England seem to be our hoodoo side this year. That's 3 times we've lost out to them.
Yeah, definitely. They seem to be the only team that can beat us at the moment,
Yeah.
and I think the Sevens have really hit like a purple patch. I'm really excited about where the team can go. I think that opposition-wise, like, you know, New Zealand have kind of fallen off. Fiji are always good, but a little unpredictable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we definitely in a good run.
I'm glad we had Roscoe Speckman on the screen right there. When we talk about the hole that was left by Siabelo Senatla, what hole? There is so much depth in that squad. The kind of guys who they're able to keep on the bench and rest. Chris Dry, another unbelievable performer, and I think fast approaching a record as with the most caps. Almost faultless performance. You really can't be too disappointed with that loss in the final when you look at the kind of structures. If anything, what went wrong for the Blitzbokke?
Yeah, totally. I think England probably, you know, I think it was probably a little psychological victory they got over us with that draw in the beginning. I think it's always hard to pick yourself up in the final. And as far as I understand, reading, Speckman was apparently had a clear run to the try line and pulled up with a hamstring injury. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing.
That's what it would need to take in the end. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think it was just a bit of unfortunate, like, series of events that led to that.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's a game of inches, and of course now a month-long break for the players to recover a little bit after a very busy start to the year. Then it moves to the Hong Kong Sevens, which is going to be an absolute beast. So let's go back to another underwhelming result this weekend after looking like an incredible tussle between the Black Caps and South Africa in New Zealand. That first test ending in a draw, but a couple of standout performances. Maharaj getting his 5th.
For sure, definitely. I think one thing that really struck me about that test is it was so evenly poised. Like when they batted, they got a big ton and 250s. When we batted, we got a big ton and 250s. It's just like we were always kind of headed for a draw. And I think, you know, the rain just expedited that. But I think overall, very exciting build up to the next test, because, I mean, we always think of New Zealand as not the greatest test playing nation.
Yeah. And a well-balanced lineup they seem to have at the moment, playing 2 spinners in this particular match. And I suppose we've been so primed with our South African pitches for our seam bowlers, Kagiso Rabada having to work incredibly hard.
For sure.
But maybe this is the kind of test you want, you know, in terms of getting those players to dig a little bit deeper and showing our true balance. We can't always rely on single match winners. Absolutely.
I think it's a good thing that we are able to, you know, shift our attack dynamic a bit. Like, we can't always have the all-out pace attack, like you said. I think it's a really good opportunity for us to blight a couple of, like, young spinners. And, yeah, I mean, that's really good for the game of Test match cricket.
Very quickly, anything jump out of Super Rugby this weekend? Possibly the Lions, their 2nd loss?
Yeah. For me, like I predicted that the Jaguars are going to like outdo the Lions, and it's just based on the fact that the Lions took a 2nd string side. The Jaguars are really good this year, and I mean, the same thing happened last year. You know, when they went over with the like #1 position in sight, and they lost that game. And I think they kind of should have seen that coming a little bit.
Yeah, did make the changes, but a little too late. Juan, thank you so much for joining us, man. Next weekend, I promise you, it'll be more exciting. We'll bring those wins, but we can't have every weekend go our way as a South African national outfit. But a huge amount of results pouring in. Please let us know who you were supporting. Where does your allegiance lie?
Well, ahead of us waiting for Tropica Island of Treasure to start on the 27th of March, we're going to take you behind the scenes of all of the action you can expect.
And it's going to be action-packed indeed. Well, listen, going cashless is also so much easier. We're going to bring you a tech update of now cashless rings that helps payments make easier. Well, we'll see you after the break.